doing your advertising, throw your money here. I really don't believe that. I think that people advertise and are successful because they're successful. I do think that there's something else over here, and I don't call it social media, but I don't like that word. Call it social media, and we'll say, is this something that can help you build loyalty, build better communication, streamline things, and help you connect more? And, you know, again, I was with an industry, like a B2B type product, and let me ask the question to you. Would it be smart for you to just use Twitter to just tell about press releases in there? Probably not, right? You're right, probably not. But in this case, they have 20 journalists that cover their industry. And I said, why don't you use Twitter, a Twitter press release feed? Put every press release in there, call the journalist and say, listen, we're not going to bother you anymore. All you got to do is click this button. Anytime that we have a press release, you will be notified. If you want us to follow up, we'll follow. Do you want me to follow? It created a new way for them to communicate in their very corporate and bland way to the other person in the corner, right? About how they can use these tools to put ideas out there. And that's the other thing where I think we're losing our way in social media is, to me, like how many people share their content on Delicious and tag it on Delicious still, or do this, and I'm like, I do it all the time. I share my content on Facebook, I share my content. Why? Because I'm trying to make this stuff I do more findable. And I think we've lost a bit of that in social media. The idea is that, you know, Maddie, who's running a great little company here in Montreal, for wedding sites, niche, suddenly she can make herself more findable in the world. The truth of the matter is, prior to social media, she had no options. She had to hope that somebody from CTV called her for a 30-second little interview, which looks like crap, or that she would have to pay a stupid amount of money, in fact, the same amount of money as the biggest competitor to be in a wedding magazine. Now, we can actually take whatever it is we have, our thoughts, and make them findable to the world. And again, we're trying to equalize it with TV. It's stupid. Something else. This is something else to make you more findable. That's what it is. There was some question here first. Right here. Right here. Oh, you were first. Right. Go ahead.
Sorry. Well, I deal mostly with the small, medium-sized enterprises. A lot of the time, the customers are not really web ready. I was just curious to see, would you say that social media is something that every customer should have? Yeah. And the second part, if it is, then how do you pitch it to them?
So let's go to the web ready. Here's my answer. How am I going to do this? What channels can I use? And then, being an entrepreneur, it's like an entrepreneur is code for warrior and anxiety-ridden individual. That's what it is. It was, okay, now, what can I do to sort of mitigate risk as much as possible in the cheapest way possible, because I'm a small, medium-sized business. And that was all it was, is I looked at the landscape and went, okay, it's 2002, I've got no employees and no clients. How am I going to get anybody to promote me? I'm not, but I now have these things, these tools that I never had, but I never 2 years ago, that I could use to use it. I would have to be an idiot not to do that. And that's what it was. And so, was there a strategy? Hell yeah, I mean, it was the perfect strategy. It was, no one's going to talk about it, so we might as well show people why they need to work with us. And that's what it was. Over here now.
En fait, je travaille dans le monde des relations publiques, et puis l'arrivée en fait des médias sociaux change complètement notre pratique à nous. Maintenant, au lieu de donner l'information, on partage de l'information avec les communautés. Dans votre livre, vous disiez justement que l'arrivée des médias sociaux change complètement au niveau des communiqués de presse. Vous êtes poli avec la dame tantôt parce que quand on lit votre livre, vous dites carrément que c'est complètement dépassé les communiqués de presse, puis avoir la petite phrase clé qui dit notre président dit ceci, cela, que c'est dépassé. Je trouve que ça devient difficile d'utiliser les médias sociaux pour nous, les relationnistes. Puis, moi, je n'ai pas envie de contrôler un message. J'aurais vraiment envie d'utiliser les médias sociaux puis de donner une image humaine d'une entreprise plutôt que de contrôler un message et de le donner sous une forme corporative. J'aimerais vous entendre un peu à ce sujet.
So yeah, I mean, PR is one of the industries that right now is really going to have to reinvent and figure out what it is. And there's no doubt about that. Journalists, and the reason mostly is because the job in which you help, and I'm talking about purely on a media relations side, has shifted dramatically. The real role that a PR agency held was, to a certain extent, a bit of a Rolodex, so we know the right media to help connect your message through, and then a bit of, we can help you create and formulate the message to make it more likable to people people like that. When those people that you're trying to target, which are mostly media in the media relations side, not overall PR in the media relations side, when suddenly they're empowered and they can use things like Google News Alerts where they can connect and they're all interconnected, you now have to figure out what's our game. And I think the challenge that I see in a lot of businesses, and PR is one of them actually, is that it's almost like you know that, but you still don't really want to do that. And there's a bit of conflict. Right, and that's fair because you knew how when there was a business model. But when the business model changes, what you have to do as a business, just like newspapers, or you have to figure out where's the value. Now the answer might be, very seriously, that your business gets a whole lot smaller. It's still profitable, you still make money, it's just not what it was. Because of this new channel, there's new things, it just takes a chunk out of that. So, newspapers are a great example of that, where I think newspapers are a great business model still. It's just a smaller one than we knew it to be. And it's going to change and evolve, and you have to be comfortable with that. It's true, you look at the Montreal Gazette where I write, you could do that with a quarter of the staff in this day and age. And you have to be willing to say, we're going to let go of our legacy systems. We're going to no longer be beholden to these huge printing presses. We can't have a union. You have to go down a very complex, they're coming me away. You have to be willing to go down a very, very scary and dangerous road. And it's an uncertain road. But it's an uncertain road in the same way as the person who started the public relations company said, I don't know if anybody will need these services, but I'm going to put them out there. But, again, I really believe in evolution. I think it's been proven throughout the history of our world. Companies have to evolve. The world is changing. The digitization of every industry is happening right now. And there are people, just so you know, we're making a shitload of money in the music industry right now, selling music. It's just they figured out the 99-cent model. They figured out how to make it work for themselves. And that's the reality of it, is you have to evolve. I'm always shocked when businesses are like, I can't believe this is happening. Like, an entrepreneur saying, why me, is the most pathetic entrepreneur I've ever seen. It's like, why me? Like, why am I? That's not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who sees a business opportunity and goes after it. And the truth of the matter is, the Clue Train Manifesto was written over 12 years ago. So you can't turn around and say, this just happened. What happened? It's been over a decade that we've been talking about this stuff. I can show you quotes from Clay Shirky from 12 years ago talking about blogging and what it's going to change media and communication. And the truth of the matter is, people also, as fast as it's going, they're not reacting. They're not doing anything. They're just sitting back and letting things go. That's crazy.
First question, what the hell is the Web 3.0?
I don't know. I don't know. When I speak a lot, when I start public speaking, people always say like, it's going to talk about the future. Like, I don't know anyone who can read the future. Right now, the stuff that's going on now is so big and important that so few people are doing it. I don't even look down the road. I really don't have that big of a vision for where it's going, because I'm really stuck right now on the tools, channels, and platforms.
I took two, I think, pretty key points from the book, which I just finished reading a few weeks back. One was content is the new media, and we touched on that earlier, where you can just do just about anything and keep a record just about anything. The other was online reputation management versus reputation management, and I think it's important, like you were saying to this guy earlier, bullshit if you're not web ready, and it's time that companies sort of forget about separating the physical, real world, traditional type stuff from the online stuff. I mean, if you don't believe